friendly as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I'm back for another crafty video. Today we are going to carry on with the file folder thing that I've made from some packaging. The what did I call it? A dossier? Anyway, whatever I've called it, can't remember. Brain's not working. So I've been making quite a few things for it. So we're accumulating stuff. So the stuff I've been making over the last few weeks have been mostly for going in here. What I'd like to do is I want to then at some point I will start making the pages, but I want some page edges for it. So now, whilst I've got some that are like tabs, I want to make some other interesting edges to it. So I have got some more. So I had another envelope arrive from Amazon. Apparently this is now the standard UK packaging. So this kind of corrugated packaging is what they are now standardizing. So they've gone from having the really hard cardboard started using this. Apparently this is 100% recyclable, and I can't imagine how the other one isn't, to be fair, because the other one is made from cardboard just like this, but apparently isn't 100% recyclable. I don't understand how, but anyway, mine is not to question. So I thought, let's make some page edges out of this, because we can. We've got it, we might as well use it. I don't know how to do that, so I'll just take that off for now. Or take the sides off, and then we'll go from there. So I'm thinking, the reason why I'm using this is because it's equally as tall as that one, I believe, or a similar height. I don't know whether it's exactly the same height. No, not exactly the same height, but I think it would be perfect for the kind of pages we've got in here. So this is one of the pages that we're going to use. So I'd like some page edges. Yeah, that's kind of about right. So, don't know what I want to make, just know I want to make something. Now, I did have an idea to maybe do some envelopey things. Not making envelopes out of this. I think this might be a bit difficult to make envelopes out of, but I think I like the corrugatedness of this, but it's not like corrugated cardboard. This is like corrugated paper. I like the way it's kind of squashed and smashed in a few places. So I was thinking about the width of a ruler, because you know me, I don't like measuring if I don't have to. So about the width of a ruler, and then folded. And yeah, I think we're just going to cut that like that and see what we make out of it. So do that, tear it away. Right, I wanted it to kind of look a little bit industrial, so I think I will fold it this way round so that you've got the corrugation, but equally have it so that it looks like it's got some kind of perforation, you know, like the perforated punch card I made. So a bit like that, but not, and also then decorated with other stuff as well. So just going to get down all of my hole punches. That got any in? Nope. Cool. So I'm going to just, if I can get it through here, punch a few holes in it. It's just going to be a bit random. And then some slots punched out of it as well. You know me, I like a bit of a theme. Let's just take a chunk out of the edge like that. I like a theme of that kind of utilitarian style look. And whilst doing this, I will of course be squashing some of it down to get it in the thing, but that's also good. I'll do a snippy bit out of the top. This is quite thick to go in here, so I'm having to give it a bit of a manipulation to get in there. I'll do some nibbled bits, nibbly bits. I mean, like, you know, snips out. Snip out, snips out. Some bits at the bottom. I like the randomisation of it, so don't have to be. There's no rhyme or reason to anything, is there? We're just doing it because we can. Okay, and maybe some bigger holes. So that's the thing. I've got plenty of different hole shapes I can have. And I might cover some of this up. I think I might put some things stuck to this. Because, again, we can. And we should. Why ever not? And then we'll do some in the bigger holes as well. It does look like it's got woodworm. Oh well, it's fine. All adds to the beauty, doesn't it? You know, just don't be careful what other furniture you put next to it. So if it's got woodworm, don't don't bring it in your house if it's got woodworm. It's not a good idea. Just gonna snip a snip out. Right, there we go. Okay, so let's get my pokey tool. Get all these bits out of here. Oh. Okay. I don't know whether all of those, do they all just fire out? They don't go anywhere, do they? They don't have like a little, you know, like these have a little, I was going to say cupboard that you open, but I don't mean cupboard. They have a little chamber that you open like this. And the bits come out of like that. Okay. Those ones just fall out of. Okay. Gonna get my little tool in. Remember, showed you this on Monday. So, this is fab. My little vacuum cleaner. That is just so ace. I can't tell you how fantastic that is. Okay, so we will, I think what we'll do is, I've got my envelope punches on my desk. I think I might make some envelopes to go and just stuck to it. Maybe some little coffee dyed, maybe some pretty ones. Oh, I only want teeny tiny ones. How teeny tiny can I make an envelope on this? Paper size, 5x5. Can I go teenier, tinier? I don't see there's a reason why I can't. I don't know whether this is the right thing to make it on. It's the final result. No, Dave. Cup of tea. So, I don't know how to make it when it's. I want it to be a smaller. I don't know. Let's just do it without an envelope punch then, because clearly it doesn't want me to make any smaller ones. It doesn't tell me how to cut it. So we will make. How small would that be? A 2 by. That's too big, isn't it? 2 by 3.5. Does that make the gift card? for a gift card. 2 by 3.5, is that? 2 by 3.5. Yeah, that's going to be too big. We want it to be smaller than that. Smaller than that. Right. Let's just cut this down first of all. So let's go. That's 5 by 5. So let's go 2.5 by 2.5 and see if we can use half that measurement and get something. 2.5 by 2.5. This is going to be too small now. It'll be like teeny tiny, can't see the thing. Right, so if it was 2.5, I would need score line at 2. So if we go score line at 1, because it's half. Let's see, we go punch. Score. Turn it round. Go. Where's my score line now? Go score line. Is that the score line? Punch. Score. I think this is too tiny. We go to 1. Punch. Score. And then go to score line and punch. Score. I mean, it worked out. It does look like an envelope thing, but might be a bit tiny. Yeah, so that needs to be cut down, but it's an envelope nevertheless. Well, I think we can make a better one though, don't you? I think we can do an even better one of our own. So let me just put that over there. Let me cut that bit out. Pencil. I need a pencil. Where's the pencil? I need a pencil. Where are you? There you are. Here you are. You're a star. You see, I laugh because I have to live for myself, and I'd make myself cry otherwise. Because, you know, well, nuts is not the term that should be used with me. That ship has sailed. The nuttiness. Just going to cut this out so that it doesn't. So I'll do that, and then that. That'll do. We'll stick it together. But that's what I want. Some little tiny envelopes, I think. There we go. Glue on that, glue on there, glue this down, glue it on like that. Right, that's now too big, so we'll cut that bit off at the bottom. Just cut it up to a rounded bit. There we go, got an envelope. Not the best envelope you've ever seen in the world, but we try to use an envelope board that isn't designed for making envelopes this small. Oh, Dave, how many times do you want to cut this? It's going to get too short if you're not careful. There we go. Cool, they're 2 big bits to go up the back. So. Right, let's make our own then. So what do we want to do? We want to have a square piece of paper. How big is this? This is, try not measuring it on the board. Measure it with a ruler. I had a ruler, where is it? There it is, and let's get it. So we're going, let's go 3 1/4 because this is almost 3 1/4 now. Except I can't see where the quarter line is. There. Oh, it's basically 3 1/4, and look how tiny bit I cut off, and then go 3 1/4 again, and is that a quarter? That's the quarter line. to fold it up. Right, get that on a line, that on a line there. The same line. The same line? Same line. Fold that up. Fold that over. Fold that over. And then fold that bit down. And we've got a square envelope, although we could just fold it down more. Make it a rectangle envelope, then unfold it. Cut out the bits we don't need. No, too small. They are too small to work with, Dave. Pair of scissors. Where are you? There you are. Right, we will do round and out, and then round and out, and out. This is the top bit, so we'll do to there, up, and we're going to do that shape for now, and we'll do, where's that line? There, and then that. Yeah, that's wonky, Dave. Let's do that like that. That like. I just want some different shape envelopes, so different styles of, different shapes. Like that, that's fine. We will nip the top of that off. This is my top bit. Oh, that's not cut out very well, Dave. Completely missed that corner. What happened there? Like that. Like that. Have that come down, so we will just round that from there. There we go, we've got another one. We will make some out of just some ordinary paper. Just some ordinary paper. If you want a view paradise. That's still stuck in my head from yesterday's video. We are going to make it like that. In fact, why cut when you can tear? Why cut when you can tear? I don't think that's a tune. And what it is now. Cut, glue, ink, stick, thick, dash of Dave. Right. It will be what it will be. Okay, just cut those corners out first. Let's cut the corners out. I might round the bits. In fact, I don't know. Might. Yeah, I think I'm going to cut that side panel down. Although if I stick it inside, you're never going to know. It's going to have to go inside now because I've just chopped off a piece. Yeah, so we'll do that. And then that's going to fold over the top like that. There. Oh, that's going to come down to, where does that come down to? About there. About there. So just chop that bit off. Chop that bit off. Do the same again on this side, it's about there. from there. We will snip the corners of this off. There we go. Hopefully this will go in here and not jam. We're jamming, 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 jamming. I hope you like jamming too. We jam, we jam, we jam, we jam. Sorry, Bob Marley's song was not meant for paper punches, but you know, it works well. I mean, that's what we sing to the printer at work when it jams. It should be called Bob Marley. I worked somewhere once where the printer was called Bob Marley because it was always jamming. R.I.P. Bob Marley, by the way. Great music. Taken too soon. Hopefully you know who he is. Hopefully you're not too young. Well, I'd say hopefully. I mean, like, you might be too young. I don't mean... I'm not saying you can't be too young. Do, do, do. So that, some different style little envelopes. Right, I'll just glue some of these together now, actually. Oh, that's not an envelope, Dave. This is, oh, that one's glued. That's already glued. This one is not glued, so let's glue it down. Glued. Should really have inked that because that's a little bit. There you go. It was a little bit clean for me, you know me, and plain white stuff. We don't do plain white stuff. It has to look a little bit grubby. It's grubby from the cubby. Maybe a bit of. Oh, this is a nice colour page, isn't it? Bit of chemistry at home. We want something. Oh, gay balancing tools. Oh, I've looked at this one, haven't I? Like I said, I can't cut that up because it's a bit close to the knuckle. Make a holiday album. Oh, look, there's a bit of book binding going on here. Oh, look, it's the pamphlet stitch. Yeah, we know how to make them. Well, that's fine. Template on, like, hopefully the template was bigger than that. Teeny tiny. Make a teeny tiny little album. Although that would be nice. That's what we would like to do, wouldn't it, as junk journalists? We'd love doing that. Let's tear that down. Make some envelopes out of this. Oh, get me thing in. I love it. I mean, like, some of the bigger pieces don't go up it, but you know. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna make this. How am I gonna make it? I just am. Should we make a little one first? What should we do? We'll do another square shaped. Oh. Make one like that. Is that too big? Maybe a little bit too big, but just want a variety of little envelopes that I can kind of stick on it. Let's cut those out. Can't see where the lines are now. Oh, there you go. It's better on there. Still not very good. My eyesight. I think I need my eyes testing again. It's got to that point. The close-up work, I can see distances. It's the close-up stuff. I think my eyesight is kind of showing my age. I will be 57 this year. 57. How the heck does that happen? Oh, talking of getting old. Sorry, well, not talking of getting old. There's nothing really to do with getting old, but I was watching Stargate. So I used to like Stargate. was watching it, I was thinking, oh, this, this is kind of dated. Whilst it's set, not in any particular timeline, it's a bit dated in its attitudal towards Samantha Carter. But I was thinking, I wonder what. I was thinking early 2000s. No, next year it'll be 30 years old. What? How has that happened? Yeah, it's time flies, doesn't it? Not necessarily when you're having fun, just like without your knowledge, without your permission, it flies. But time as well, just generally, like days just flash before my eyes. They come and they go, and then and every month I'm like, I can't believe it's payday. I mean, we all look forward to payday, which doesn't help, but it just seems to disappear from you. Oh, this is doing my head in. This isn't staying flat when it's going in here. Maybe we'll use a different one. I just don't want it. The reason why I'm putting a layer on it is so that it doesn't snag in the thing, and then I can't hold it close enough to the corner. The problem. Maybe you just don't have a rounded corner. Oh no, there you go. You can have a rounded corner. Yeah, so just time just goes. Time is fleeting. Let's do the time warp again. It wasn't a cue for a song. It just happened to turn into a cue for a song. Sorry about that. Those of you that thought, oh, we've escaped so far without the multitude of interruptions that we normally get because Dave breaks into song. Crafting the musical. Do I put those inside this time, or do I put them on the outside? Let's put them on the outside. On the inside, the sun still shines. He sings that every time. I know he does. I know. I can't help it. It's just keyed into me. Right, let's just see what I was thinking with this. What am I thinking with this? I was thinking of having like some of these kind of going down it, just a few odds and sods, just little few envelopes maybe. Am I on the right track? Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. No, I said track, Dave, not Jack. Yeah, I quite like it. I think they might need some additional things. I think I need another. I think I'm going to have another. Let's have 3. So we've got 2 lots of 2 and then a 3. We will use this piece. Maybe we'll make one of the ones that is like a. We might make 2 because this is going to be a really big one otherwise. Yeah, we'll make 2. We'll make some of the ones that are like. What are they called? Money envelopes? Is it money envelope? Hopefully you know what I mean. Because I'm not very good at explaining what I'm talking about. So these ones, like the ones that usually have a policy closure on them. So let's just cut those corners out. You might be thinking, where did those little tiny scissors come from? Well, one of the many things that was lost in the abyss pre the Great Tidy. Well, the Great Tidy in readiness for the great work that I've just recently done. And I'm going to have that so it folds down like that. So we need to cut these bits out. Yeah, so they're just another pair of Tim Holtz ones that I've had for a long time. They're not my favourite because they're a little bit tiny. I think it's because my fingers are quite chunky. I personally prefer using the slightly bigger scissors, but they work fine. There's not nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just oh yeah, you see, I don't need any extras with that. Any extra layers. That snips nicely. Yeah, like a little policy envelope is what I was thinking, like that. Glue it like that. That's fine. Is that the way I was gluing it? Yes, it was. Like that. Or a money coin envelope, or whatever they're called, money envelope. And that one falls down there. Okay, there's another one. We'll make one out of, maybe we'll make one out of yellow as well. Again, we'll make another little policy envelope style. Don't know whether that's straight. Is it straight? Oh, it's not bad, is it? It's not bad at all. Okay, so we'll do that one there. We'll again make that into a little policy style one. Should we make a policy style one, or should we make a standard one? Let's make a standard one first, Dave. Hang on. Let's just make sure that that's not a wonky line, which I believe it is. Oh no, it's not wonky. It's just me. It's just me that's wonky. That's not what I meant, but it works. Nope, we want that further up, don't we? Yeah, there. Much easier to see the lines on this paper. I think the big scissors might be a little bit overkill. Yeah, so things have changed. Like I say, I think I said on Monday's video that I will show you all what's been happening, but I've just found a little window of opportunity for me to do some filming, because you know, I'm not at the stage where I can show you yet. It's not tidy enough. B, it's not tidy enough, and C, it's not tidy enough. No, there's still stuff on the floor, and I need to put stuff away in my new cupboards. What am I going to do? I'm going to do from there roughly around like that. Yeah, in my new cupboards there that I've put up, and I've got some new bookcases to put things on, but I just haven't got to the sorting out of stuff. The great sorting out. I don't know whether I like it like that. Maybe. No, let's do it so that it turns that way. But yeah, you will see it, and I will do a proper tour and everything. Yeah, we'll do it like that. That's fine. But it's not at that stage. Let's just get round to stuff. I don't have a huge amount of time, so I've done the stuff that I have done at the weekend. The weekends aren't long enough. I'm sure you understand that. Although I envy you if you are retired, because you probably don't have to go to work like I do, and therefore probably not as a bigger issue as for me. My weekends aren't long enough, and I don't have any other time. So I've booked some holiday off to get some work done on Friday, the work for in here done on Friday, but I just haven't done as much as I anticipated, which is always the way, isn't it? You think you're going to get a lot more done than you actually do. There we go. It's a little envelope. We'll make a little policy style one out of, should we do it the same colour? Let's do something, do one in some lined. Some lined yellow. Should we do it this way? I'll do a couple then, in that case. Should we do a couple? I'll just cut it in half if I'm going to do that. Yeah, we'll do a couple. Cut that. Not perfectly in half, but where are my bigger scissors? I feel like I feel like I'm a borrower with them things. Better. It's funny, I can just find this, I don't know, maybe more controllable for me, just because my fingers are quite big. My thumbs are quite fat, so fat thumb syndrome. It's never been a thing before, but it is now. You know what I'm really looking forward to? The spring. The spring, springing, and springing with a vengeance, because I am so over winter now. We've had nothing but rain here, horrible rainstorms, and just constantly rain. I know that the UK has this reputation for being a rainy place, which it is. You know, we do have a lot of rainfall, it's true, but even we have had more than our fair share this time. And I'd like to say it's kind of resolved all of the issues that we've had with droughts and stuff, but I don't think it has. It tends to be stuff that there's too much surface runoff, so it doesn't soak into the ground. It just flows into the rivers and then disappears into the sea, never to be seen of again. Seen or heard of again. Seen. Alright, Dave, alright, stop trying to emphasise the sea element of it. Why have we got a jaggy edge there? That's not, I can't cope with that. Microscopic, I know, but it's still annoying. So that's that. We'll make, do we want another one of them, or should we have a different style envelope? We will go with okay, let's make it into a square. How big is it? 1, 2, 3.5-ish. 1, 2, 3.5-ish. I'll do that. I'll do that. Oh no, that's not the same, is it? No, it's still not right. Yeah, that's better. Hold that up to about there. It's not perfect, but you know, we're not an envelope maker. It's doing what we want it to do. So let's do that. On which side? What am I doing? That's one side and that's the other. That's fine. just done that, couldn't I? I don't know whether I can do that now. No, I can't. Square envelope now. Can't make envelopes in miniature, I've decided. Don't know what's wrong with me. I can normally make envelopes, no problem. I mean, other than, you know, I can make them besides making them on the envelope board, but I think miniaturization just kind of just throws me. Miniaturization is it a word? Does it need to be a word? Do you understand? Miniaturization. I'm sure it's a word. Please be a word. Please don't make me look like an idiot. Well, more than normal. Some of you out there being rude, saying you can't make you look like an idiot, you're already there. There we go. One of them. I think we're fine. So let's have a look at what we will do. So I'm going to ink some of this, make it look a little bit old. You know, just catch the edges, maybe over the surface as well. Definitely over the edges though. I like the undulations in this because you can make it look old and gnarly, and you know, you can catch the higher ground, the higher bits with darker colour to kind of emphasise the variance. Do the same on this side. Might actually go with a raw pad, going in full on with the pad. I think I'm going to do that. There you go. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's more like it. Yeah, we like that. That's good. And get those edges as well. Make it look a bit scraggy. Excellent. Right, okay, so which way around we don't have it like that. We'll do some of these. Oh no, we want envelope to be seen, the flappy bit of the envelope, so we can actually have it as usable space. So if we have kind of like that is what I was thinking. A few of these. Shall I just glue? Shall I glue and do, or shall I think and mink? Everything doesn't have to rhyme, Dave. Please stop it. Right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to ink all of these things, and I'll come back to you. So we'll just have a bit of a speed up, maybe play some music, and we'll go from there. I will do that as soon as I can find my little cut card, wherever that is. What have I done with that?
A measured space. Time slows down to leave a trace. Not decoration, observation, beauty born from concentration. Outliners, clean and true, where every line knows what to do. No need to shout, no need to rave. Drawn with purpose, dash of day. From margin notes to forms that stay. This is seeing set on the page. Ledger paper softened seams.
Right. I think I am going to make a composition, and then I might add some more colour to it, or some other bits. So I was thinking maybe a bit of a layering of envelopes. I'm not going to glue them down. I'm not going to stick them down because I want you to be able to access them. So I just want to see how I'd like it. And the problem is it keeps opening up. Let's see if we can just hold it down or something like that. There we go. So I get a bit of a composition going. You know, and I appreciate you're not going to see all of the work that I've done, but I'm not sure that it really makes too much difference. I might have a couple of those together, like that. Oh, actually, I quite like that. That seems to be going all the, like a bit of a cascade all the way down. Oh, I like that, actually. Yes, right, okay. So it might not look like this when I finish, but so I'm going to just glue these on. Right, I want to give it a decent amount of glue because it's an uneven surface, and we need to make sure that it makes some kind of bond in some way. Or we just hit it with another piece, with a glue thing. Hit it with something else. So I want to make sure that whenever I stick it down, that it's not in the way of the flap. We'll have that on there. I know you're going to lose this nice technical drawing thing on the back, but we've got a little bit of the technical drawing on the front, and it's fine. I can have that on there. Hopefully this is making sense to you and you like it. I just, you know, I want to do some extra things for this, and it's been nice. It's quite cathartic for me because I normally make pieces and then make a journal. I think I've told you this before. I normally make pieces and then make a journal for them to go into, but this time I've made a journal and making the pieces to go into it before I've, you know, I've done the rest of it, and it's nice. It's nice to be able to do something a little bit different like that. Change it up, and also I think it's helping me decide how the finished piece is going to look. I'm trying not to do that way, that way, that way, that way, but I'm not very good at randomization, so I'm sorry if it's like triggering you. My brain doesn't want to do random for some reason. I find it really hard to randomize things. My brain's like trying to make it pretty patterns out of everything. Oh, let's see, that one's not glued down at all because it's not flat. That's why. See a bit of that. That's fine. Again, for that, we'll have a bit of that there, and then maybe one on its own down here. Maybe more like that. Oh no, more like that. You see, my brain's saying you can't have the two that go in the same direction because that's not random. But of course, random is anything, isn't it? Random could be things going in different directions, the same direction. Random doesn't mean that the toast falls alternate ways up. If you drop two pieces of toast, random just means it could fall the same way both times. My brain would not consider that random though. It's weird, isn't it? Okay, cool. Right, let's get some words and numbers and stuff on it, and I think then that's another element done. You are the loved, heart and soul. I'll just like these things, a limited edition we can have maybe on the top of there. Whilst it is gluey, I don't know whether it's already sticky. I mean, I might have to glue them down, they might not stay stuck. Original. Maybe have original on the edge of one of them. Wonder this life. What else we got on here? Create. Again, not doing a great job of random. You might think otherwise, but I think my brain probably is over processing everything. Your own story. I want something maybe explore. Could have two together. Maybe some, what's in here? So this is one of the ones that Tracy sent me. So these are some labels. Oh, look! This is obviously Tracy is an expert at making little envelopes. Are these actually envelopes? Oh no, that one's sealed. So, but I could just put that in between, couldn't I? Although it's not an actual little envelope. So, are any of these? They just look like envelopes. No, they just look like envelopes. Okay. So, postage stamps would be a good idea to intersperse, wouldn't they? Especially with envelopes. Oh yeah, that's going to be good. Right, great, Tracy. Thank you for sending these, because they're cool. You know, we're making it look like it's got a theme. Look at me, looking like I've got a theme. Looking like I know what I'm doing. I don't put me into that pressure. Yeah, we'll have that on there. Let's just ink that a bit more. Sticking out to there. That's cool. That is cool, right? I know it keeps kind of just wanting to open. Let's see if we can put a ruler over it and keep it closed. Right, that's better. That's better. Oh, par avion. By airmail. Should we have the blue one? Or should we have a green one? We'll have a green and a blue one. Oh yeah, that is cool. Yeah, we've got a bit of a mailing theme going on now. It feels better now. It's kind of a bit more cohesive. This one. We have so many bits and pieces that have been... Well, now I've actually it's more that I've got space for them now, because now I've had a bit of a move around. I know you haven't seen it yet, but wait until you do and you'll see what I mean. I've got space for things, viewable space. Do I want... Could have some little ones. I know that they don't open, but I could have it just sort of stuck over the top. I guess it adds interest, doesn't it? If I've got some that do open and some that don't. We could do with a couple of numbers, couldn't we? We know, you know what I'm like. I like a few numbers, or a little stamp of some kind of stampette. Right, let's get... I feel red might be a bit too much, because I think we've got more orangey colours here. So let's see if we've got an orangey colour. Definitely got red. So I've got little pigeonholes in front of me. I know this is a sneak preview of what I'm going to show you at some point. But definitely sure I've got an orange. Definitely sure. That's not helpful. Definitely sure, or maybe. In other words, orange. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything more orangey. Maybe that's what I need. Oops, there we go. Something to buy. We don't want the year, but we do want the date. 87th of June, Dave. That you can't have the 87th of June. You prize fool. You need to cover that up with something, because you can't have the 87th. Why did you look at that? Why didn't you look at that? Oh, because you were thinking that said a 0, that's why. You can't have the 37th of June either. You can have the 17th. We'll have July next time. We'll have the 19th. Okay. 87th of July. Makes me laugh. I need a little something to stick on it. No, you know what? I'm just going to abandon that one. We're going to use... We'll use a piece of that. That's fine. And we'll put... Idiot. What date were you born? The 87th of July. Of June, even. No, yeah, of June. July, yeah. We have that on there. Or there. Where should we put it? Oh, we'll put it on there because that's a nice sturdy background. Because it's like a flimsy bit of tissue-y stuff. I can't really ink the edges of it because it is like tissue paper. What else do we have on here? So should we have... I feel like I want a deeper orange than that, so maybe I need to look at them. So those, I really like those Claire ones though. We need something up here, I think. So I could do with something... I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. Not helpful. Don't even know what I'm talking about. Do I have one of my wax discs? Wax and metal discs, these are. I have something, maybe that's brown. I feel like it could be good, but I don't like the brown one. The green one? No, it just feels out of place. That doesn't feel right. So we've got... No, they don't look right either. So, not them. Okay, so what else should we use instead? Must have a number of some kind. Yeah, let's use one of these. That. Let's use a little number from in here, maybe. Is there a number? A number. Yeah, that'll do. I'm just going to roll it over and just make it up older. Pull it down. Do I want any more? I really don't know whether I do. Maybe just a number. I'm just a number. No, I'm not a number, Dave. Stick that on. This is all very random, isn't it? But we like random. We're junk journals. We're very embrace the random. That's what we do. Now, I could, of course, have a little dangle on the top of it, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the page. So maybe wait until I know. I want that. Yeah, let's just put that on. Ink it around the edges. And then stick it on where we're going to put it. Down here, I think. That's it, I think. Otherwise, it'll just get a little bit carried. We'll get a little bit carried away. But that's what we've made. All right, I'm going to have a quick tidy up, and I shall come back to you with my 87th of July, or June even. Back in a moment. So there we go. That is our little page edge. So let's just get a page to have a look and see how that's going to look. So we've got a bit of variety. We've not got just those tabs that we made, but we've got these. So I've decorated this side. This side. Obviously, that means that we've got the other side that we can do something with, or we can leave it like that, which I quite like that, actually. But that is fab. I really like that. I am loving it. The only thing I might do is, you know me, I say I've finished and then I come back to it and go, oh, I might do this. Will that go in there? Probably won't, will it? Will it go in there? It kind of does. Or doesn't. No, we might leave that. I can't get that to do that. But I love that. There we go. So another thing done. Excellent. So I'm really ploughing on with this. And I like that. And that's something you might give a go of. Just again, another way to use up all those little bits of paper, etc. So that's it from me today. So thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up because it really does help me. Thanks for all of the new subscribers recently. Had a sudden influx of an extra 8 people subscribed, so that was really nice to see. Thank you for sticking around. Hope you're enjoying what you see. Don't forget I've got back catalogue of stuff as well, so there's all that to see as well. It's not just the new stuff coming up. We'll be doing some remakes of things because I'm celebrating 7 years of being on the channel. With almost 1,000 videos, so I shall be doing there'll be a 7-year celebration, there'll be a 1,000 video celebration, there'll be things coming up. Anyway, some new kits coming up as well. And so anyway, thank you very much. Give me a thumbs up. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that good stuff. And I will see you all in the next video. My name is Dasher Dave, and I love you all without exception. Until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, folks. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. Bye. You don't have to sing it, Dave.